Since the release of 2018, I was bombarded with messages to go watch this film in theatre. Now, the film was not out for me in the first week, but I got to watch it in the second week, and the theatre experience, oh my god. And I hear because the film is so successful, it's getting dubbed in different languages. And that begs the question, is this the pan-India film we have been waiting for from Malayalam cinema? Let's talk about it. Hello guys, I'm Nona Prince, and today we're talking about the latest Malayalam film 2018, directed by Jude Anthony Joseph. The film is based on the Kerala floods in 2018, thus the name. Now this film was a treat in the theaters, and the expectation I had for the theatrical experience was fulfilled. And this film is so difficult to pull off at so many different levels. First, let's start with the screenplay level. Now most people going for the film are familiar with the floods. They know what the film is about, and if there are people who don't know, the beginning of the film sets that up very well. I really like that quick history lesson we got. So now the question is, how long do you take to come to the point? Now if you directly start the film with the floods, we'll be seeing random strangers saving random strangers. There's no danger there, there's no excitement there, because if we are seeing that, then we can just watch documentary or the real footage. So the film needs to establish certain characters, build up a setup so that we the audience care for what's happening. And what really helps in that is the amazing ensemble cast. Oh my god, half of the Malayalam industry was in this film, and I could actually recognize a lot of them, which makes me wonder, people who are not used to these actors, how will they receive it? Because there are a lot of characters in this film. At some point even I was getting confused whose mother is whose. And the film tries to balance all of them, but it's very hard to give them equal treatment. I read someone said this film is done in a broad strokes. And that's true, because there's no time to get into the nuances, to go in depth for each and every character. You cannot really develop every story, every character arc. You have to give someone priority. And that happens. Some characters get more importance, others maybe not. And most of their arcs are very surface level. But still it works. How? Because there is this impending doom. We know the floods are gonna come, but the film makes us invested so much in the characters and their stories. Now we can always wonder about alternative storytellings. Maybe the film only should have focused on one house, one family, or maybe 2-3 characters, that's it. But they chose to focus on so many characters because the tagline of the film is everybody is a hero. And at the end what came out was a satisfying film, and that is a victory in itself. But now let's come to another level, the production. Oh my god, I was amazed, I was shocked, I was flabbergasted. Like, add all the synonyms. How did they pull this off? Oh my god. At no point in the film, at no point, anything felt cheap or fake. Quality of each and every sequence was top level. How much did it spend on this film? 200-300 crores? Because that's the quality of output we got. The production design, the sets, the costumes, the constant rain. Of course, the visual effects, which are not obvious at all. And you have to realize, it's not just one set they build and the whole story is revolving around that. It's so many different sets, and in all of those sets there's flood. We see that, and we see different levels of flood. The water keeps rising and we keep visiting those scenes again and again. Each place is a different character. They all are going through the same thing, and all of it is so uniform throughout. It's just incredible. And I'm making this point because it's not that obvious. We don't really get such films with such consistent quality throughout. At the end of the day, the film is such a great theatrical experience that it deserves to go pan-India. See, at the core, it's the story about how at the time of desperation, at the time of disaster, we forget all our differences and come together, that humanity strives. And that's not just pan-India but pan-world sentiment. And now that they're dubbing in different languages, whenever it comes out, we all need to support it. Now, there were some hiccups and I would like to talk about them. Now, there's a boat rescue scene in the starting of the film, which plot-wise adds a lot. It is a setup which will be later paid off, but I felt that sequence was stretched a lot, and because of that, it's not very convincing. That was like a very VFX heavy sequence, and later most of the things we got was very much practical. So you could tell the difference. Now, I think one great advantage Malayalam cinema has is that their cast is very rooted. They just blend in the world so well. They don't stand out that there's an actor among the common people. But there were some moments in the film which were not subtle. And as someone who watches a lot of Malayalam cinema, I'm not used to that. I'm used to seeing things which are very grounded. In the movie, there are a lot of moments of victory, personally for the character or maybe in a situation they are in. And the treatment of those scenes is very over the top. It's not just that the audience is celebrating it, even the characters inside the film is celebrating that moment. And the music rising to the crescendo. That does induces something in you, but it's like, I know what the filmmaker is trying to do here. It doesn't come as natural. Then there was this foreign character who was a vlogger. What to say? He was an abomination. I know maybe he's like that in real life, but every time he's on screen, I just couldn't. But there were so many amazing moments. My favorite has to be the one with Tovino, with the salute. That literally got me. I got goosebumps in that scene. And there were so many more, which we will talk about in a spoiler live discussion. So do join us for that, because there's so much to talk about, different sequences, the ending, and then check out the crazy side of Malayalam cinema that no one talks about. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like this, the thumbs up button, share this, and I'll see you next time.